Hey everybody, this is Dez. You know, I've been working on this channel for more than a year now, and I've only been on Midnight GamesCast once. So apparently, if I want to be on the show, I have to do one of these intro segments. So, welcome to Viewer Takeover. Get me back on Midnight GamesCast.
This is the Midnight GamesCast. We'll record every Tuesday afternoon at midnight and bring it to YouTube every Wednesday as the weekly wrap-up. That was, so long ago. I don't even remember what we talked about. Every Thursday as PlayStation VR
Theater.
And every Friday as Viewer Takeover. When we let you, the loyal Game Cats, we let you take over the show. We scour the videos, we scour the comments, and we choose a few of our favorites. Warning in advance, we're going to make fun of all of you and add question marks where they don't belong because my word processor
sucks.
Puts them in randomly. And then we think it's hilarious.
Yes.
Actually, I think it's horrible and you guys think it's funny, so we keep doing it. All right. Also, thank you very much for that awesome introduction.
Yes.
Viewer Takeover introduction.
Yeah.
Incredible.
We need more Viewer Takeovers.
Yeah.
We do. We really need more. If you want to be the next Viewer Takeover introduction, well, good news. We're all out.
You'll be up next.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
We're out and we need some
Send your quick, simple video. Put the camera in front of your face, put the phone in front of your face, and say, "Hey, my name is blah blah blah."
Yeah.
You might want to
Don't
say
actually
your real
say
name.
that.
Yeah. Or you could say blah blah
Say
blah.
this is Viewer Takeover.
Do whatever you want.
It's literally a 5 to 10 second clip. Come on, guys! Don't you want your game cat kitty face to be shown? Ooh, do it with your cat.
Oh, yeah,
don't
feel free to add your
No, don't. You might kill
Feel free to add your PlayStation username.
Yeah, you can do that too.
Yep.
Yeah.
But before we get started on Viewer Takeover, well, Brian, that's showing this to Michelle. We want to make sure we thank some very important people in our life.
You mean these people?
These people.
I do mean those people. And so right down here, these are all of our Patreon supporters. If you go over to patreon.com/withoutparolegames,
Your energy level is like rising right now.
you can give us.
I can feel it.
You can support the show. We only ask you for $1 a month, and for $1 a month,
What do they get?
that is a good question, Jeremy. What do the Patreon supporters get for their $1 a month?
So each week they get a little private video.
Getting a contact high from him.
We each assume we each assume the role of host.
Did you guys drop acid during the break?
And
What just happened?
we all showcase a little talent or tell a little story or whatever, anywhere from like 3 minutes to they've been up
That
there
would
in
be a
minutes.
fun episode.
Yeah,
Everyone
32
on
minutes.
Acid.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be a good 12-hour episode.
Yeah.
Dez's most recent episode was about Disney.
Yeah.
He was talking about like some of the things he
Another
loves
Disney.
about. Well, it was a conclusion of his last one.
Okay.
Yeah, this is Desra and Disney Part 2.
Nice.
And so he was talking about a few interesting things that he noticed and researched and found out about like certain like Disney things that could be overlooked, and he illustrated it with photographs, which know. I just love editing into litter box episodes.
Yes.
The litter box used to be the simple little thing where we sat in front of the camera and we're like, here we go.
Why would we keep it simple for you?
Why would we keep it simple?
Yes.
But that's how much we love you, the loyal Patreon supporters. We want to make sure that you know we thank you for every single $1 you give us.
Everything.
And that's about it, right? Mm-hmm. All right, we'll see you next week.
Ciao.
Yeah. All right, Viewer Takeover. Let's read some comments. Ready?
I was like, we're not done. What do you mean? See
Certainly
you next
not.
week?
Very first Viewer Takeover question comes from Kamikaze Taco.
Hey.
I know, I love his name.
Yeah.
He wrote on this week's Gaming Without Parole, Why We Love Bloody Zombies. He wrote,
Yay.
how does this count as a VR game? It's a 2D game that just lets you see useless parts of the map. Can we at least try to remember VR actually stands for virtual reality? It's not IMAX. It's not a bigger screen. It's supposed to be a virtual reality. If they remake Sonic and let you play with your headset on so you can look ahead on the track, is that virtual reality?
No, but that'd be pretty
That'd
sick.
be awesome. That's adding to my list of. All right, cool.
I would say I get what he's
I
saying.
don't think your message had the intended effects.
No, we're like Sonic in VR.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He's being very literal with it, which I can understand. You know.
Well, did you play Bloody Zombies?
No.
No.
You
No.
did.
I did.
What did you think of the
Look-
VR immersion?
Without actually playing first and just seeing it, I see exactly what he's saying.
Yeah.
But putting the headset on and playing it in VR, I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I really did. I mean, you can look up and down the streets there and see what's coming at you. And no, I thought it was great. And it was interesting, actually, that it was in 2D as well.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not something that we do have. Obviously not something that Kamikaze Taco actually wants. But but I thought it was good. I liked it a lot. Why did you love Bloody Zombies?
Well, so when I first played Bloody Zombies, I played it on the flat screen, right? I don't know what I was doing, but I was just like, I started it up and it popped up on my screen. I was like, oh, I forgot you can play this game without VR.
I did both too, actually. Yeah.
And I was like, let me check this out. And I was like, oh man. I was like, I wasn't thrilled. I thought the art style seemed a little bland, a little boring. I thought that maybe the game itself looked generic, like something that like we'd seen 100 times. Like anytime a random game that you've never heard of pops up on the PlayStation Store, it has this art style, you know, like the thick outlines on the characters and like just a sort of cartoony look. And then I put on the VR headset and I was like, holy crap,
It's totally different.
it's like here's a big cell shaded world and here's all these paper thin like Parappa the Rapper style characters.
It's
all
totally
moving around
Parappa the Rapper style.
And-
100%.
And so when Kamikaze Taco says, you know, what does this do? What's you can't call it virtual reality.
Yeah, what's
I'm
the
like,
thrill of it?
So you can actually like look around things and see secret areas, which you can't do on a 2D screen.
Yeah.
But more importantly,
That's how I found little like treasure chest or something, you know, just looking around finding
Right.
things.
oh
so.
look, I can see behind the fence now.
Right, yeah.
But I think the difference here, I think when we all interpret the word VR differently or the words virtual reality differently, is when Kamikaze Taco says, this is supposed to be virtual reality. It's not a bigger screen.
Yeah.
Well, that's right. But virtual reality doesn't immediately mean first person.
Yeah.
No.
I think,
No, it does not.
I think first person, like, you know, puts you in that perspective. You got this headset on. You feel like, you know, here's some glasses that give me a glimpse into this new world.
And it does kind of feel like IMAX.
Yeah.
In a way.
I mean, I can see what you're saying, but
Yeah.
but it's so much more immersive than that.
Yeah.
For me, I was like this instead of being like, hey, here's a first person game like almost every other VR game out there, the Bloody Zombies, instead of being a limited VR experience, it kind of opened my eyes to what VR could also be.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not going to be for everyone, but
Right.
as far as I'm concerned, it's a $15 game, and it was awesome. And in VR, way more fun.
Way
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah. Yeah.
You're up, Asia.
All right. Now I forget. Is it Nansa Geisha or Gasha?
It's Nunsa
Geishas?
Geishas.
Geishas. All right. There we go. I'm always wrong.
I love Nunsa.
Nunsa.
After last week's viewer takeover, he's like
Yeah.
one of my favorite people on the planet now.
We just became friends on PlayStation Network.
Yay.
Yeah. Someday we will play together.
What a big happy family.
Yes. Viewer takeover. Me.
I'm awake.
I just turned him up and he's like, now I'm going to scream.
I'm ready. I'm reading now.
Jeremy. Hey.
Oh.
Play Resident Evil 7 already. I've played it briefly. Personal tip. Yes, I read this. Put the weed down and pick some liquor up. Laughing out loud. In that world, weed
Where's
will
he
make you
from?
paranoid. We don't know yet.
I think the same place you're from.
Right.
Liquor will calm your nerves. Or say, fuck it, and do both. Again, laughing out loud. Brian, ... As the veteran player that you are, you should eat mushrooms on your your third playthrough. Good luck.
Yeah, I might need it.
Yeah, you might need it.
So
with
he
that.
didn't actually say the veteran player or the veteran gamer, like you said. He said, Brian, as the veteran that you are, you should eat mushrooms on your third playthrough. And I didn't know if he meant that as the Resident Evil veteran.
I was going on the mushroom veteran.
Right, or Brian, you've done
You're
so
like,
many drugs.
clearly you're
Brian, you've done so many drugs that you have this under control.
Right?
And the
maybe
reason,
a mix of both.
And the reason I included this comment was because I was thinking to myself, I've done acid, I've done mushrooms, and I've done them and then tried to play video games and watch movies.
Yeah.
And people are always like, you should watch Labyrinth when you're on acid. And I've tried, and television is boring on acid.
Yeah.
And so video games are too.
It's
because-
awful on acid.
Right, because it's like this box in the side of the room that's trying to tell you what to watch.
It's like, stop that.
Right.
My house is interesting enough right now.
My walls are breathing, and that screen is boring.
There was one or two movies we used
However-
to watch, and they, yeah.
However,
However, mushrooms while playing video games.
see, I disagree. I think any hallucinogenic while you're playing video games or while you're watching movies, I just want to get out of the house. I want to do something different.
So this is
take a walk, right?
Everywhere.
This was my one and only encounter with this, though. And yes, totally, take a walk is the way to go.
Or watch The Wall.
For sure.
Pink Floyd's The Wall. We used to do that too.
Yeah,
that you could watch.
That you can
I have
watch.
it on in the background.
Yeah.
We have too many conversations and trying to figure out what my game is doing.
In the back to the wall.
Yeah.
Rainbow Road on mushrooms.
Rainbow Road.
Mario Kart.
Oh my! Yeah, I was gonna say that's the only one.
Where the rainbow is actually coming out at you. I mean, you're dying every 2 seconds, mind you. But
you have a smile on your
but
face.
you're laughing. Yeah, laughing the whole time.
So my stance was that video games proper, in television and movies, boring on hallucinogenics. My stance.
You can do that all the time, and
But when you put on a VR headset,
Jesus.
and you sometimes when I'm playing, I forget that it's not real.
Yeah.
Right? I wonder what that would do.
I think that would be a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't be able to take the headset off because I would think at that point it's like a part of me.
It's gonna suck my soul out when I do it.
Yeah.
It's a thing. Yeah.
The
Something
acid
like
and mushroom
that,
days are well long past for me, so I will never experience it. You know.
I feel like we got way off subject here.
No, that was the point. That's the reason I included that comment. So I my mom's watching this, so I have to pretend like I'm not ever going to do mushrooms or acid again.
Oh, I'm too old for that.
But I'll keep you posted. All right, you're up, Asia.
All right. VR gamer, no heroes allowed. Why no full review on Gran Turismo? Pricey game to buy, and we need a solid advice on AAA games, and not just a quick, cheap game for new VR gamers. Thanks.
Was there a sentence there?
There was not a sentence.
A bunch of words you
a whole bunch of words I just read through together.
Yeah, it's on the bottom of the screen if you want to read it.
Why no full review on Gran Turismo?
Yeah, there's a story here. So last week we had Megaton Rainfall.
It did sound like all one.
And we had No Heroes Allowed VR.
Yeah.
Which I've been calling No More Heroes VR constantly.
You have been, yeah.
Have I?
You had, yeah.
Oh, really?
I believe it was at least once.
Yeah, not surprising. Yeah. Because even when I was reading my review, every time I'd say it, I had to stop and re-record that part.
When we recorded last week and you said No More Heroes, remember that game? And I'm like, yeah, I remember that. And then when I saw the review, I'm like, that's not No More.
That's not Travis Touchdown.
Yeah.
Where's the... So where's the...
Where's the what?
The beam you had to charge up like this?
I hope it's a shake weight. Yeah, no, you had to pretend like you were masturbating to charge the sword.
Yeah.
Very strange. That dude has a strange sense of humor. Was that Suda51?
Yeah, it was, right?
Yeah, I love that guy.
Wow.
Creative. Yeah, all of his games are like Lollipop Chainsaw.
Really crazy, yeah.
They're Shadows of the Damned.
Did he do Catherine? Was that him?
No,
that wasn't him.
Somebody from Atlas.
Oh, that was Atlas, yeah.
So last week we had Megaton Rainfall, which I was lucky enough to get before release.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Alonso Del Cerro. And then I had to buy No Heroes Allowed VR the day it came out. And so already now things get pricey real fast, and both of those games, even though they're on the shorter side, took a long time to play, capture footage, write reviews, record reviews, edit reviews,
Gran Turismo's pretty expensive.
And then working a full-time job on top of
right?
it. Yeah, $60, and it's not
Barely
full
VR.
featured.
Yeah,
right. You get a bunch of tracks, you get a bunch of cars, but you only get to race against one other car on the track at a time. And so I'm like, man, I could do this, but I can't think of a way to review it. I'm not gonna have anything to say. Be like, oh, the graphics are really nice, but there's nothing to do.
Yeah.
Right.
So what I might do is just take the plunge, spend the $60, and then do a live stream.
Yeah.
Do a live stream where I can just drive around the track, I can read the comments, and I can talk back to people on a live stream.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll probably happen this week because we got very few games to review, so I can finally start getting caught up. So I apologize. Until I can do this full time, then I got to make certain concessions. You can probably get opinions about Gran Turismo everywhere.
Yeah.
Even IGN is going to cover this game.
God, yeah.
But IGN is not going to cover
not
No
VR
Heroes
mode.
Allowed.
Yeah.
They're not going to. They might not cover Megaton Rainfall. Right?
I don't think
IGN's not going to do VR mode. Though.
Yeah.
Are they?
Probably. They'll probably have this little paragraph that says, "Oh, and VR is okay."
Yeah.
Because that's what they do.
If you don't throw up.
Right.
Yeah, right.
All right, so I'm going to kick myself later for including this comment, but Ultra Ghost wrote on Viewer Takeover, 8 minutes.
Yeah.
8 goddamn minutes. You guys rambled for 8 minutes before getting to the video. Viewer Takeover, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I don't care about all of that off-topic stuff. Try and tighten up the video to be about PlayStation VR. Now, my favorite part about this isn't even that comment.
Yeah.
Because
It
as
was
much as I
everything
love your
that
comments, Kev Gret responded with, Ultra Ghost, don't you know how this ride works by now?
Yeah.
Nunsagacious replied with, for every one person that complains, I'm pretty sure there are many more, myself included, that enjoy the banter.
Yeah.
The breaking news clips might be more your style, ? Then Paul Muniz followed it up with, dude, if you don't like it, make your own channel.
That's fantastic.
The reason I included this is because we just want to remind everybody how
much we
Midnight
banter?
Gamescast works.
Yeah.
In viewer takeover, like I pick one of the questions, one of the comments to be the title of the video, but sometimes it's not the focus of the video.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not like a long part of the show. It's just like, hey, this would make a good title for the video. This is something we talk about for a couple minutes. So if you're new to the channel, this is how things work.
Right. Breaking news, however.
Yeah,
Perfect for you.
People unsubscribe to us every single time an episode of the Midnight Gamescast goes up, right? We're getting used to it. It's okay. But the fact is that we keep the show running because the people who have finally gotten around to watching it and like getting into it, we're getting close to like 1,800 people every week that are watching these things.
Right.
This is
Which
what
is
they
so
stick
cool.
around for, and we love that you love it.
Yeah,
Right.
we do.
So thank you guys for answering this comment for us.
I like,
Kev, Gret, Nunsa,
I like when
and
they
Paul.
just take control.
They take it,
do
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
And Europe. Asia?
Do you think anyone even understands what we're saying anymore? Europe,
I would
Asia?
think so.
Yeah, that's kind of a...
It's
If
a
you
running,
understand,
it's a running
comment
joke,
below.
but we just haven't explained it in the last like
You
20
know, we have a
episodes.
lot of running jokes that we don't explain, and every now and then, if they really want to know, they ask us, and
do.
we
And
cover it
put it
in
in
viewer takeover, and
comments,
it's fantastic.
I love the game cats.
And by usually by that time, the person who asked unsubscribed, so
Yeah,
they'll never
right?
get it answered. Yeah.
I've been waiting the whole episode for this answer, and you still haven't told me yet. Damn it.
Yeah, really.
Last but not least,
J Dow.
hey J-Dow.
What up, Jay?
PSV. I didn't get that name wrong. PSVR Theater. Hey guys.
Hi.
This is a question for next week's viewer takeover potentially.
Oh, should we save it for next week's viewer takeover?
And we always should add that and never go past it. We'll save it for next
That's
week.
what's
If you could choose any game to be made in PSVR, what would it be and what would you be willing to spend on it? Mine would be a tie between Super Mario Galaxy and Fight Night 3. And I'd like to say I'd limit myself to $85. Wow. Each to get those games in PSVR. But I'd probably pay more. Ha ha ha.
solid on the Super Mario Galaxy.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic.
That would be pretty
Yeah.
neat. Even though I wasn't a fan of Galaxy.
No?
No.
You would be a fan if it was in VR.
I would
Everything's
be. I just
better in
stopped
VR.
losing interest in Mario at that point.
I don't know about... I mean, $85? I don't know.
Yeah.
Though if it was Super Mario Galaxy too, I probably would just end up dropping the money for it.
I played.
anyways.
Who hasn't played what? It's Ocarina of Time a million times. But that in VR, I'd play for 1,000,001.
Yeah.
I'd give that a whirl. Not that I want it. I'd probably pick something else instead.
Right.
I can't think of the name of the game I'm thinking of. For some reason, I keep thinking Axelay, but that's not it. It's a Super Nintendo game that was... crap, it's going to drive me crazy. I at any other point in my life, I would know what the name of this game is. But for some reason, I can't think of it right now. No surprises, right? When the pressure's on.
Right.
But
From
so,
the comment before, Sonic was good. That was a good
right?
one.
Sounds like a
Right.
great
I'm in on the Sonic thing.
But the game I'm thinking of, and the title is now on the screen because I can't think of it, and I'm going to have to edit it in later, is it's a Super Nintendo game where like it's world building.
Yeah.
And so like you get this town, and it's sort of SimCity like, where you have to like create different things and be like, oh, the citizens want this thing built here, and so you have to like clear out land.
Yeah.
And so
you
you're
want
playing
something like Minecraft.
so you're playing in like this god mode, like, you know, SimCity kind of like above the world.
Yep.
And then when you clear out sections, well, then it goes into a 2D side-scrolling like action game. Why can't I think of the name of this game? It's going to drive me insane. And so you're playing through this 2D side-scrolling game to clear out the land of monsters.
Yeah.
And then after you complete that level, you go back up to god mode. Now the land has been cleared out, and you can continue your thing. And I'm thinking to myself, how amazing would this game be in VR?
Yeah.
That, and I mean, my resident requisite is Panzer Dragoon Saga.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, any game that you're riding on the back of a dragon
Might be pretty awesome.
might be
Right.
pretty awesome.
Yeah.
We're getting Skyrim though.
We are getting Skyrim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Prince of
On
Persia
a
stands
newer
time.
game,
Throw up, yeah.
I would play Horizon. in
That
VR.
would be insane
I think
in
that would
VR,
be
though.
crazy,
I would finish Horizon if it was in VR.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many tall robots and everything too. I
That'd
think
be
I think
pretty
that would
sick.
be really neat.
Yeah, to be up high like that
Yeah.
on the top of those things.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'd probably pay good money for
85
that.
bucks for it,
I'd,
yeah.
yeah. I'd pay great money for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shadow
I mean,
of Mordor would be cool.
the problem is I wouldn't pay more than the asking price, normal $60 price for a game for any
Right.
of these things.
Yeah.
I would be very excited, right? I mean, but I guess if like you're like this game's never going to be made unless you pay $100 for it.
Yeah.
You know, then I guess that's what we're looking at here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the thing is like I just want everything, and I just want everything in VR.
I feel like eventually they'll make some type of Sims game in VR, but online so everyone can interact and stuff.
Yeah.
That
Like
would
a
be-
rec room as
Like
well.
like a rec
There you
room,
go.
exactly.
Yeah, I think
Only you
combo.
can build your own place
Yeah.
to live as well.
That'd be neat.
I think the one game that I really want, which I would spend an infinite amount of money for, is it'd be like Mario Kart 8.
Oh, that'd be
Because
pretty awesome.
that's the one game that we're never actually going to get.
Yeah.
Right? And it would be so VR carts.
Perfect.
VR carts was like $40 and it was a total
I
ripoff.
feel like that even goes without saying, Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But at least VR cart showed us like, oh, holy crap, this is what like Mario Kart could
What
look
it
like.
could be like.
Right? And it's just like it wasn't fast enough and the weapons weren't very cool and it was kind of boring and it was super easy and the multiplayer wasn't there because no one bought it. So yeah, Mario Kart.
You made me
Mario
think
Kart.
of one. Metroid Prime on the GameCube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be
The original one, the
Yes.
first one.
Yes.
Yeah, because it was
That'd
like
be awesome.
a little lighter on the action, a little.
Yep.
There was no multiplayer.
More puzzle solving.
Yeah,
You know.
But now I want Bioshock.
Everything in VR.
Everything. Yeah, VR makes everything better.
Yes.
And that's pretty much
Good
it.
question
Yeah.
though.
All right.
What would your favorite game be in VR?
Yeah. Really, what would it
Right?
be?
And how much would you pay for it?
And how much would you pay for it?
Who knows? All right, you guys, if you want your question read and you want us to make fun of you and you want us to add question marks where they don't belong, make sure you add your comment to anywhere on the channel. We'll find it. If it's good,
Yep.
we'll read it. If
Yep.
it's not,
We won't.
we might read it anyway. Who knows?
Probably will.
All right, that pretty much concludes this episode of the Midnight Gamescast.
Yes.
I'm Brian.
Yay.
That's Jeremy. This is Michelle. And
Yeah.
we'll see you next week.
Turn around.
Every now and then I get a little bit terrified, and then I see the look in your eyes.
I'm a little bit terrified.
Bright eyes.